I do have a lot of money, so I could buy some of these if I want, but eh.
You're rubbing me blind, you know.
What do you mean I'm paying you
Better
for
I'll be
everything?
here. Finished, are you?
But yeah. Like, we'll make some story progress tonight. I don't see myself finishing this at all personally tonight. Because I did hear this is one of the longer. This is a pretty long one for DLC. Nonetheless, though, I'm looking forward to having a good time with this game. So yeah. Happy Friday, you know. Hope everyone's week's been well. My week's been more so on the usual work, going to the gym, and going to a local yesterday. But I'll talk
Oh
about
boy,
more about
howdy on that.
later
What you want?
when I get there. Oh, hell yeah, I'm getting this.
Not bad, if I do say so myself. And?
Damn, why didn't I forge
First the
this
skies,
earlier?
then the crystal.
But anyways, I do mostly remember how to play this game
Get herself.
to a
I'm
degree.
sure we'll be fine. Sits back, isn't
Yeah,
he?
this week it's been somewhat of a busy one, but mostly on the good side. But I am looking forward to the long weekend though, for sure. Let me just go back and train and remember. So R1's dodge. There goes my ability. L1's to lock on. L2's to cycle through by power. Yeah. Okay, yeah. I think we'll be fine. More or less. But yeah. I did hear this DLC is longer than much longer than Echoes of the Fallen, which granted it should probably only take 2 streams at most. Depending on how things go. But we'll see. Yeah. Hope everyone's week has been well. Hmm. Ah, notes I have yet to read. Yeah, that hurts. Knowing what happens. Yeah, like we'd help you. But anyways. Hey Elmina, welcome to the stream. And congrats on being first. Hope your stream's doing well with Paper Mario as well. Which, well not, I did sort of forget that game was releasing today. Did release today, but I don't keep up too much of Nintendo nowadays. But I know it is a game you've been looking forward to, which hope you've been enjoying it nonetheless. Just started on the last DLC for Final Fantasy 16 currently, which I definitely won't finish it tonight, but I just want to at least start on it. Said, I shall not waste time in saying words. Leviathan's dominant is in need of rescue. And despite my innumerable misgivings about joining hands with an outlaw of the highest disrepute, the dame has assured me that there is none better suited to the task at hand. I dare not reveal more for fear this missive could fall into the wrong hand. What little I have penned here has kindled your interest. I think you journeyed to the Vale in the North Reach and inquired with one Layla. She will surely see you satisfied. Well, here we go.
Leviathan the Lost. But why now? After all this time.
Why, what now?
Oh, hey, Jill.
Oh. I'm not sure you'd believe me if I told you.
After all we've been through. I doubt there's anything that could surprise me at this point.
All right then. Rouse Joshua and meet me in the mess. We'll talk there. I see we're all here.
So, what is it this time?
I'm not sure yet. The letter delivered to my chambers omitted a few crucial details.
Do we know its provenance?
That was one of the details it omitted. But whoever the sender was, it seems the dame held them in high enough regard to point them in our direction.
The dame? Well, she's not one to waste our time. It must be important.
Important might be an understatement. If the letter is to be believed, Leviathan's dominant is in danger.
Study has been
Someone
hope this
wants
game's
us
a
to
treating you well. Treating you well?
Leviathan?
We only just started, so can't say
So
too
the
much,
Warden
but
of Water has finally
I-
returned.
I'm sure I'm
What
gonna
has it
have a
been?
good time with this nonetheless, though.
100 years?
More. The Lost moniker dates back at least that long. Even our venerable lawsman
Came
would
out
not have been
last
so
month,
much
I
as a
think,
glint in
so
his
I've been,
father's eye
well, this
when last
expansion
the
came out
mighty
last
serpent
month.
brought his crashing waves to bear upon the realm.
But why the gap?
And this was one
I
of my
can be a
favorite
few
games last year,
years
too,
before
so
a new dominant's
I'm
born.
expecting the DLC to
Over a
just give
century.
me more of what I loved about this
Should
game.
the dominant of Water's bloodline have been severed somehow, it could have prevented a new dominant from awakening.
But if one has awakened now, he couldn't have chosen a worse time.
Yeah, when we have to
Every
deal with
nation
Origin.
in the realm has lost its dominant. If word gets out that there is still one to be had, they will stop at nothing to claim it for their own.
Yep.
And the twins will be at war again, just when humanity most needs to come together. Did the letter say anything else?
Only that if I wish to know more, we must meet in person. And that the Vale can arrange a meeting.
If nothing else, you can be certain it ain't a trap.
Famous last words. I'm coming with you.
As am I.
Of course. Of
Thank you.
course.
Both of you. And Otto?
Yeah. I'll keep an eye on things here. Didn't fancy coming anyway.
Thank you. I shall leave the Invincible in your capable hands.
As usual. Rising Tide. Anyway, so I was considering playing more Street Fighter 6 just in general this weekend, but today I'm a little tired from work. And I'm gonna be playing tomorrow anyways. Most of tomorrow, if anything. So I figured I might as well take one day to at least chill before I go hard on practicing Street Fighter 6 again. Which I have been doing a lot this week. Mainly to prepare for the local yesterday I went to. More so because it was on PS5 instead of PC, so like I can overall play between PS on both systems. I definitely prefer playing on PC though. But PS5 is like okay enough to play on for what it's worth. But it's definitely something I need to practice ahead of time versus going straight into it and doing friendlies to adjust. Which, plus side, I did get second at the local I went to
The Vale it
yesterday.
is, then.
So, it's been good.
Do you see anything you like?
Really felt I could have done a little better. Or, I was pretty much on the verge of, well, I definitely could have won yesterday, but I definitely messed
I'll
up
be
in
here if you
more
need
ways than
me.
one. Most of it really came down to the lack of matchup knowledge versus a certain character in the game, which I'm not even mad about, because that's on me for, like, lacking knowledge, well, not having much experience in the first place. In general, I did feel like I was letting my opponent get away with a lot of things for free. But next time, though.
Looks like you've got a thirst. We can remedy that.
But enough talk. How about we...
That armor looks...
I don't think I ever got the chance to properly thank you for your service. My chamber is just upstairs. You can bring your friend if that's your fancy.
The veil, my lord.
Hello.
I'm looking for a Layla.
You found one. So, will your friends be joining in? Or just watching?
He'll be joining.
We're not here for your services. We simply want to talk.
For that.
What you do with your time is up to you. The price is still the same.
We're here about the letter.
Oh. Sorry. I suppose you'll be wanting to know who wrote it then.
Among other things.
Look, I'm just the messenger here. There's only so much I can tell you.
Specifically.
A location, north of town, on the shore of Isle of Feist Bay. There you'll find a tent, and the woman who can answer your questions.
And
Okay.
that's all. Nothing else.
Actually, one thing. There's more than flowers in the meadows these days. So keep that sword of yours to hand.
Oh, that's the answer.
Does anyone else think it's strange that this woman should prefer to keep to the outskirts of town?
Not if she realizes the value of the information she's party to.
And the danger it puts her in.
Haven't seen any of those beastly blue-eyed fiends.
Okay, going the right way then. But yeah, I'll pretty much finish this DLC sometime next week, if anything. And then what I start on after is another story. More or less. We shall see.
The tent is where Layla said it would be.
Yes, but who will
Wonder who will meet here.
It's empty. Why am I not surprised?
A ship, huh? A really small one.
Boat. No prizes for guessing who that belongs to.
So, what else is nearby?
The embers are still warm.
So you're Sid.
And who are you?
I suppose I must be. Which means you have me at a disadvantage.
Apologies. I am Shula, tributary of Mysidia, final haven of the Motes of Water.
The motes of water.
the very tribe into which it was believed Leviathan's dominant was born. A people notable for their sapphire eyes and ivory hair. Yes, that would be impossible, since the tribe famously...
Vanished. Was exterminated. Despite the best efforts of both church and state, we are still very much alive. Though we've managed to keep that fact hidden from good Krieger's faithful for over a century.
Along with Leviathan's dominant.
That wave out there. What do you know of it?
The Surge. Only that it's been there a long time.
Since the fall of Drake's Eye almost a century ago. Some claim the two are connected, but none can speak with any certainty.
So in other words, you know nothing. Not that I'll hold it against you. The wave was raised by Leviathan in an act of rage. Moments before the waters were stayed, and the icon and its dominant bound within.
And you want us to...
Rescue him. Yes. You see, a little bird told me about a certain outlaw with a singular knack for putting unruly dominants in their place. And ours is about as unruly as they get. For years, we've searched for someone who could hold their own against an icon. Someone just like you. So what do you say? Will you help us?
What exactly did your dominant do to warrant this punishment?
What did he do? He committed the greatest crime one of his kind can. He was born. But he deserves a better fate than the one my people forced upon him. He deserves to be free.
As do we all.
As long as I get his powers,
well.
I got no complaints.
Far-fetched though your tale may seem, something tells me you speak in earnest. So we will do what we can for your dominant. But first, you will tell us everything you know about him and the means of his imprisonment.
But, by the way,
I can
today
do
will
better than
probably
that.
be a short stream.
I
Probably.
can show you. Care to take a trip across the bay? My people await you there.
Lead the way.
Time to go on another adventure. New adventure awaits. A place we have yet to go to.
All right, you might want to hold on to something. We're coming up on the wall, and passing through can take a bit of getting used to.
I don't see any wall.
Of course you don't. That's the point. It's a glamour woven by our ancestors to keep our village hidden from prying eyes. But don't take my word for it. Watch.
Hey, there it is.
That was worse than a slug of Bacchus wine.
Clive, the sky.
It's blue, but how is that possible?
You do know what a glamour is, don't you? Ours just happens to work both ways. And a good thing, too. I wouldn't fancy staring at those sickly clouds every day.
The rising tide.
And that concludes our little voyage. We're here.
Mm-hmm.
It's a long slog to the village, and a hard one. I hope you're up for a climb.
Climb, huh? How bad could it be?
Finally.
What? You didn't think we'd arrived, did you? The village isn't up here. It's on the other side of the mountain.
Of course it is.
Now, who will I run into along the way?
Watch yourself, Sid. This path can be treacherous. If not for the sheer drop, then for the beasts who prowl it.
Thank you for the warning. And please, call me Clive. Sid is an alias.
You will be pleased to learn, Lady Shula, that I have no such aliases.
Is that so, Lord Margrace?
It's all the same to me. I was wondering when they'd pick up our scent.
Stand back. We'll handle this.
Oh, will you now? Shall I keep my axe and spells to myself, then?
There we go. Ooh, level up. Nice. Just what I needed.
Earlier you mentioned spells, yet I see you carry no crystals.
Since when did a bearer ever need crystals?
But then, where is your brand?
Waiting for me in Sunbreck, if I ever get careless.
Then it's in for a long wait.
Yeah, might as well fight them. So nothing too crazy yet. Keyword yet.
We're almost
So
at
we'll
the
see some crazy
summit.
stuff soon.
From there, you'll have a better view of
I
our
think I'm gonna
home.
try to talk about some stuff along the way, aside from what I already talked about. Like, obviously, Akuma and Street Fighter 6 new Season 2 changes.
Few have ever set eyes on what I'm
And
about
then,
to show you.
what I've been doing in
Just so
general
you know.
lately.
is not what I expected.
Welcome, my friends, to Mysidia.
Mysidia, Northern Storm.
It's been a long time since I saw the North looking so
Alive. How
I'm
is-
sure you have plenty of questions, but it's been a long journey, and I expect we could all do with a rest.
Long
Our
journey. It's
humble
barely been
village
30
is
minutes.
only a short way from here. If you'd care to accompany me. Let's get ourselves in front of a fire, and I'll tell you everything you need to know.
Oh, yeah.
beautiful. Shula.
And we aim to keep it that way.
Poor beast. Did not stand a chance.
Are those stones glowing?
That's one of the cairns which maintain the glamour. Steer well clear.
Okay. Anyways, tonight I'll probably keep it somewhat short. Don't really want to go on for
If the
too long
surge
tonight.
was an act of rage,
So yeah.
One wonders what prompted it.
Okay. Easy. But anyways, I might need to take a break in around 30-ish minutes though. I guess maybe I am a little tired today because of work and all that, as well as this week in general. But like I said, I will stream for a bit tonight with this game. There we go. Okay. Well, I realized some other fight was going on there, but I guess there was.
could we not have spared ourselves the mountain crossing by landing further north?
In clear view of the bay,
Okay. Just as a, actually, I might need to take my break sooner at my house because, well, I know last time I didn't take a break, but I was pretty motivated around the time. This one I expect this to be a little
On
slower.
evening tides.
Does morning's light return?
Open the gates! The tributary is home!
The Haven. A nice home, though. I will not lie.
Outsiders? Well, I never.
Look at the size of that dog. All right now, back to your duties. You'll have to forgive my people their curiosity. We don't get many visitors. Or any, truth be told.
I can
We are
imagine.
honored to be the first.
This is quite extraordinary. Like stepping into another world.
So do you believe me now?
You've made it difficult not to, my lady.
Mhm.
But how did your people chance to settle here in the north? Unless I am much mistaken, the moats of water long called the coasts of Southern Ash their home. Until Drake's Horn fell and the Blight forced them ever inland, where...
We met our doom, along with our dominant. I see you've read the Gregorian Church's account, but perhaps you'd like to hear ours. That building over there is the Witten Hall. It's where my people gather to discuss matters of import. We can speak more inside, once the place is ready to receive you. It shouldn't take long, but you're welcome to explore the village while I see to things.
Thank you. We'll do just that.
Okay, so like I said, I'm still gonna keep going tonight, but I would be lying if I said I was feeling all good, because I guess I still am a little tired for dinner for some reason. But I'm just gonna take a short break real quick. I'll play a couple ads. So basically, if you're not a sub, don't worry, you're not missing out on anything, just a BRB screen and chill music. But if you are, that's all you're gonna be seeing. So regardless, I will be right back. Okay, I am back. Just took a small break, really stretched, used the bathroom, relaxed my body a bit, which is feeling a little tired currently, for better or worse. But yeah. Anyways, now we continue and see what's up with the swirl.
That'll be them then. Don't look like much if you ask me.
Can we go into the water? Aww. Invisible walls.
I'm sorry,
Oh well.
but I don't like it. Outsiders should stay on the outside.
Even though you need our help? What a shame.
He's coming over here. What do we do? I don't know. Just...
I give you my grain. You give me your eggs. Everyone's happy. Except for the eggs, maybe.
The stalks are thin, the leaves limp. We should dress the soil with those.
Things seem a little stressful.
Just you stay away from it. Do you hear me?
I heard you the first time.
Hey, let's pet Torgal. Because we didn't do that last stream. Just looking around is all. But we will be continuing momentarily. AKA basically now, since I don't think there's much for me to do around here.
Oh, don't think I can carry another barrel up those steps. Intruders!
Bastards.
Oh, do you think he bites?
Welcome to Haven. The tributary awaits you within the Witten Hall.
Well, here we go. Here we go.
So what do you think of our little haven in the woods? It might not have all the comforts of a southern settlement, but at least it's ours.
And there's a lot to be said for that. It can't have been easy keeping this place a secret.
Not easy, no. We've dedicated our lives to maintaining the glamour that conceals us. Us and Walyes.
This man, Walyes, is he Leviathan's dominant?
That's right. Though he's no man, Walyes is still a baby.
A baby?
Forgive me, but you said that the Dominant and his icon were bound inside the Surge almost a century ago. That would surely make him older still.
It would, if he'd been allowed to age. But the spell robbed the poor bairn of even that.
I'm sorry.
Walyes was the son of my great-grandfather. Leviathan awoke within him almost immediately. But instead of allowing the lad to live out his life as a valued member of the community, my ancestors sought to put his power to other uses. Sadly for them, the Icons sensed their treachery and summoned a wave so large it would have swallowed the entire village if my ancestors hadn't stopped him.
Then it is not the surge that binds the child, but time itself.
Yes.
Forgive me. I'm still not sure I understand.
I'm not surprised. It isn't the easiest thing to explain. Which is why it might be better if I took you to see him. Show you exactly what he has to endure.
That is why we came.
Then let us be off. There's a road that leads north from the village. It'll take us right into the Surge.
Are you bound for the Wave tributary?
We are, Delina. Have you spread the word about our guests?
I have. Everyone knows to treat them as family.
You shouldn't
Will
have any
they,
trouble
though?
now, but just in case, I would have you accept this symbol of our people.
So you'll
That's
obtain.
very kind. I look forward to meeting the family.
The feeling's mutual.
Should the tributary be indisposed, feel free to ask me any questions you might have regarding the village, and I'll do my best to answer.
Thank you. We will.
Then I bid you good tide.
Our storehouse lies across the bridge. If you're short of supplies, you may find what you need there. Though we will have to ask you for recompense, poor as we are.
Sid!
Hello.
You are Sid, aren't you? The man the tributary told us about? I wonder if you could help me.
With what exactly?
Oh, nothing too troublesome. Do you know my husband, Pavat? He's the village smith, among other
I guess
things.
some side
Anyway,
stuff.
his name day's not far off, and I wanted to make a gift for him. He's a craftsman, you see, and he's been fretting about running low on the flowers he uses for dye making, so I wondered if you might collect some for me and give them to him.
Would this gift not be better coming from you?
Perhaps, but it can't, for reasons I can't go into. Please, I know it sounds daft, but I'd be ever so grateful.
Okay.
Fine. Which flowers does your husband need?
The sweet little blue ones that grow around the fount. Elder's blessings, they're called. We use them to dye our fabrics so we always feel close to water like they are. You don't need to go to the trouble of picking them yourself, though. Just speak to the field hands and ask them to share their harvest with you. 2 basketfuls should be enough for my husband to be getting on with.
2 basketfuls it is.
Sure. We'll prioritize this. So I can see why this is longer, basically. Side quests, after all. Which I might as well do, because why not?
I'm not arguing. The child must be safe.
Hello.
Excuse me. I wonder, might you be able to spare a basket of Elder's blessings? Pavart's wife tasked me with collecting some for her husband, and suggested that I speak to you.
Ah, Werda wants you to bless her better half with the fruits of our labour, does she? Go on then. Give the old fool something to squirm about.
I'm sorry.
Ah, don't worry about it. An old fool Pavart may be, but if you come bearing gifts, he's not fool enough to turn you away.
I'm glad to hear it. Thank you.
Who else?
Ah, welcome to Haven, friend.
Thank you. Forgive my presumptuousness, but the smith's wife has asked me to make her husband a present of some Elder's blessings. 2 basketfuls, to be precise.
Well, I have 1, if that's any help.
It is. I'm much obliged. They really are beautiful.
Aren't they just? Though that's not the only reason they have a special place in our hearts. Legend has it that when our people fled from Ash, the tributary of the time took some seeds with them. And as they wandered high and low across the Twins, he'd plant them wherever they stopped for water. every elder since has done the same. So when we finally put down roots here in Mysidia, the flowers did too.
Well,
Okay,
let's do
there we go.
basketfuls. Time to visit Pavat.
Oh, sick. No more walking around just to finish the quest. Not sure if it came through this update, but actually it probably did. But that's pretty good. It's pretty dope, though.
What
To finish the quest ASAP.
Your wife asked me to bring you these flowers.
That woman. Come out. I know you're there.
Who? Me?
Oh, was it a prank? God damn it.
Would either of you care to explain what's going on?
I'm sorry. I didn't mean to deceive you. It's just, my husband can be a bit standoffish at times, and I thought this might be a good way for the two of you to get acquainted. What with you being a swordsman like, and him being the only smith in the village. It'd be a shame if you couldn't turn to him for help.
The only reason he couldn't turn to me for help is because I had my hands full with all the orders you lot dumped on me. I'm pretty much done with them now, though. But, for the record, the tributary said that we were to lend you outsiders our aid, and that's exactly what I was planning to do. With or without my darling wife's meddling. Still, here we are. Acquainted. So, if there's out you need, just bring us the materials, all right?
All right.
All right, then. And tar for the flowers. I was running low.
You use them for dyeing, I hear.
Aye. Crush the petals and it makes a fine and lasting blue. We use it to stain the cloth for our tunics and pennons. To remind us where we come from, like.
As motes of water. Children of the sea.
That's right. The pattern too was left by our ancestors. The Ceaseless Rill, it's called. It symbolizes the river of our tribe, with the strength of Leviathan running through it. And no matter how that river has ebbed and flowed, changed its course, the flowers have always been with us, growing on our banks. I should get back to work. If you need something crafting, let me know.
Oh, well. It was a pleasure to meet you.
Wasn't it just?
Quest complete. Just a simple fetch quest, but I ain't complaining. And now we have something else available, so yeah. Well, what can you make for me? And nothing I really need.
A good time
Yeah.
to you.
All good though, all good. Now what do you need?
Oh, I'll have her hide when she gets back. Oh, sorry.
You'll have her
I was
hide?
leagues away. How can I help you? If you're after something from the storehouse, it's actually my wife you'll want to talk to. She will have to charge you for the goods, though. Not that we'd fleece you or anything. It's just, you know, needs must.
I understand.
Saying that, she might not be able to get anything down for you for a bit.
Ah, right.
She's got her hands full with the inventory, you see. It should have been my daughter's job, really, but the willful little Rills decided to make herself scarce.
So find the
Heavens
daughter.
only know where that girl's got to.
If you'd like me to keep an eye out for her.
Oh, no. I couldn't ask that of an outsider. Could I? You wouldn't mind?
Of course I wouldn't mind. Helping is my middle name.
She won't have gone far, will she?
I hope not. But I've scoured the entire village for her and come up empty-handed. Can't help thinking she might have gone on another one of her little adventures.
Ah, a free spirit is she?
Aye, that she is. Can't get her to sit still, especially once she heard you lot were on your way. Outsiders! You should have seen her little eyes light up. Oh, if she wanted to watch you arrive, she'd have made for the low gate where you first came in. The guard there might have spotted her. Maybe you could ask him. Ruka, her name is.
All right. I'll let you know if I find her. Try not to worry.
Suit of knowledge. A dangerous but fun thing at the same time. But yeah, let's see what's up here.
Hear me, mine ancestors.
Excuse me. You haven't seen the storekeeper's daughter, have you?
Little Ruka? I have, as it happens. She went out through the gate not long ago.
Out of the village? Alone?
Aye, she does it all the time. There's a path off to the left which leads down to the river. Nice little spot, that. And safe as you like. The beasts of the mountain don't dare come so close to the village. That's where she'll be. Go and have a look if you don't believe me.
I will.
Oh, here we go. Hopefully she's not in danger. But she probably will be, all things considered.
This must be the path.
But anyway, so Season 2 change finally is in for Street Fighter 6. Akuma's out. And well, I'm still pretty much practicing Ed currently because I had a local yesterday and I have another thing coming up Sunday. I'll probably put some time into Akuma late after Sunday. I have no plans to main Akuma or anything. I have tried him out a couple times. And honestly, he's pretty cool. I just don't think he's screaming out to be a me kind of character. For better or worse. But I do want to try him at least.
It's you! I've been looking everywhere for you.
While I was in the village.
You know my name? Can you lot read minds?
Your father asked me to keep an eye out for you. You left without telling him where you were going. He was worried.
But I went to look for you.
Well, now you found me. What do
That's
say
not
we
get
head
going
back to the
home.
village and let your father know you're safe?
All right. And on the way home, you can tell me all about the world beyond the wall. I want to know everything.
I would not be
Everything
against
might be a
it.
stretch.
Well,
Thank you
well, that's
for
what that
bringing
ends
her
well.
home. And sorry for the trouble.
Oh, no. It was a pleasure.
Daddy, did you know that there are villages 10 times as big as Haven in the outside world? 10 times! Cities, they call them. And in these cities, they have great big walls and towers and castles.
Oh, to think I was worried. You can tell me all about the outside world later, Sweet Pea. Now go and help your mum with the stores.
All right.
Thanks for putting up with her questions. She, has a lot of them.
Wouldn't
The
mind
big
though.
ones being, what are the people beyond the wall like? Reckon you've made a good first impression.
Are we the only one she's ever met?
That you are. The rest of the world can't know we're here, so we'll have to be very careful who we're letting in and out. A few of us might make the occasional trip to shore for supplies, but for the most part, we'll make do with what we've got, including what the old Northerners left us.
Yes. You built on top of the old ruins, didn't you?
Well, they make for fine foundations. Their masons clearly knew what they were doing. That's one thing we don't have to worry about. Oh, it's everything else that's the problem. Medicines, metals for tool making, anything like that. We have to dress up as traveling merchants and make a trip to the outside and pray to every cloud in the heavens that nobody sees through us.
Which explains why you need Gil.
Aye. And now Rook is back, my wife should be free to assist you with any potential purchases. So please, do make good use of our stores, because we fully intend to make good use of your coin.
I'll be sure to keep my purse strings loose.
Well, at least we helped them out with that. I remember Pock mentioned something about there were more stuff you can do. Or something like that. Which I assume that would be like post-game at this DLC, which I don't see myself doing personally. Like, this was just to unlock some new stuff here, if anything.
Thanks for bringing me daughter back. I don't grudge her looking for adventure, but she's got to pull her weight like the rest of us. Anyway, now we've got the inventory done, I can attend to my own tasks, like seeing to our visitors' needs. So, was the route you wanted? This is all we have. Here you are. May it serve you well.
Well, those I can definitely use.
What do you think the tributary season was outside?
How long do you think this bridge has been?
But anyways, how long I played tonight, so we'll see. Because I don't know how long this DLC exactly is. I just know it's longer than the Echoes of the Fallen, which took me like 3 hours to beat.
Off to the surge, are you? Well, just you stay close to the tributary. Don't want you getting lost in the forest.
There's a pair of ships just up ahead.
Ships? But are we not still leagues from the shore?
How did these ships come to be here?
What do you imagine happens when an icon of water gets angry?
Really, brother? Did you have to ask?
Yeah. There you go. Getting used to this game's combat again, though. Which I do really enjoy. Between this and 6 and 7 Rebirth, I'll admit I am a little biased for this one, just because this is an actual... This is an actual action RPG. Well, this is more of an action game.
Tonberries. Foul creatures consumed by their hatred for everyone and everything.
Everything, save with sharp knives, it seems.
Good old palm berries. I think it's our first time seeing them in this game too. Oh well. Onwards we go. We'll avoid fighting now if I don't have to. Easy though. I still enjoy having reverse combat system for a variety of reasons as well.
It's not far now.
Both this and Seven Rebirth are great games nonetheless. That doesn't change anything for me personally. And whoa, what a view!
We'll follow the coastline north. There's a bridge.
What a view! What a view, to say the least.
Might I inquire about the Ray of Light?
It's what prevents the Surge from being reclaimed by the sea. And Dwalius by his people.
Yeah, no need to fight, so I don't have to. Point though.
You said before that the child is bound within the Surge. But you've yet to tell us how we're meant to reach him. I trust we won't have to hold our breath.
No. The Surge wraps around the cape without engulfing it. If we continue to its tip, there is a path down to the seabed. And the wave's origin.
All right. It won't be the first dominant we've met at the bottom of the ocean.
Well, the Surge. I guess this is where we get going. What will we see here? What will we see here?
It's not much further now.
The path seems well kept. Do you and the villagers often come this way?
Only me. Once every new moon without fail. It is my duty both as village elder and Dwalius's descendant.
But surely no one blames you for what happened. Why should you bear the responsibility alone?
You misunderstand.
Hey, Opak, welcome to the
I do
stream.
it because I want to. To show him that he isn't alone, and that there are still some of us who would see an end to his suffering. Suffering you will soon witness with your own eyes.
Can't wait. Just started on the Leviathan DLC, which
The forest grows
we haven't really
quickly
done
here.
much for reasons.
Left unattended, the path
But I
will
do
be
know this is a
reclaimed in
bit
matter
longer
of
than
weeks.
the first DLC. So I'll probably beat this sometime next week, if anything. Probably. Hope your Friday's been well, though, as well as your week.
Does the light point the way to the child?
It does indeed.
Look at all the droplets of water suspended in midair.
where they have remained untouched by time for 80 summers.
80 summers.
It's not right.
Dang.
No, it's not.
There. Up ahead. Down in the center. Follow me.
Maybe.
He's still primed.
I'll never forget my first priming. The fear. I was old enough to understand what was happening. One can only imagine how this poor child felt.
He is the victim of an unforgivable sin. Committed by people who saw him as nothing but a means to an end. He must be so frightened.
Then I'll ease his burden.
You don't mean?
I'm not going to hurt him. Contrary to the tales, I don't go around killing dominants for no reason. What if I told you there was a way to remove Wallis's icon?
I tell you, you were a madman.
No.
It's hard to believe, I know. But it can be done. Though, it isn't without its risks. Part of the icon remains no matter what.
So, it might still come to violence?
I don't know. It depends on the dominant. I've seen things end well, and I've seen things spiral out of control. But I do know one thing. If we turn our backs on this child, there will be no end to his suffering. And I think that a worse fate than the alternative. Don't you?
Yeah. It's either that or this.
Very well. Do what you must. And whatever happens, I will own the consequences.
Don't be afraid, little one. Let me bear the weight.
Well.
Hush now. It's going to be all right.
Hopefully.
Is it done?
Not yet.
I think so. I can feel the icon inside me. But something's wrong.
Well. Anyways, how's it going, Puck? Oh, it's a new creature that we gotta fight.
He wasn't just afraid. He was angry.
Praise the serpent. Leviathan isn't my favorite summon, but he's cool. Power of water. Class can important cons. Oh, so it's like a range bill? Shotgun. Or that.
Leviathan!
Just an egg, but a formidable adversary nonetheless.
Oh, look. It has friends.
Interesting. Thank you, Jill. Interesting. You got abilities too? I see. Well, this is a pretty cool build. This is pretty cool, I won't lie. I will not lie. I just don't know what I'd replace this. What of my current classes I'd replace this for, though?
Is everyone all right?
He seems calmer now.
You said
I'll see what the
Valius
other
was frozen
abilities
in
are
time,
too.
But he knew we were here. How?
I don't know.
Konami's
never
are really good.
reacted to anything or
We'll
anyone.
see. We'll see.
Until now.
The child has been bound for nigh on a century. If he has been conscious from the first, we must remove the seal at once.
It's not that simple. I wish it were, but there's more to this tale. It would be better if I explained back at the village.
I see. Then let's return before it gets dark.
Up to this later.
I'm sorry, Walias. I will make this right. So, part of Leviathan is inside you now, is it? Does it hurt?
No. Because I'm used to it.
Anymore, anyway.
Good. Because I still have need of your strength. If you want to know the rest, we should head to the Witten Hall.
Of course.
By the way, Pock, how long did the Leviathan DLC take you? at least doing a mixture of this main story and whatever side stuff pops up, because I'll probably tackle the side stuff when they do pop up. I assume there's some post-game to this DLC as well, which I don't plan to do, personally. Yeah, they're not planning to finish this tonight.
To understand the spell which binds Walyas, you must first know who we are, and what drove my forebears to commit such an atrocity.
I'll probably finish it next week, if anything, the next time I stream.
Tapestry is our story, the one that brought us here. After generations of wandering, my people sought refuge in northeastern Storm, some 170 years ago. But in exchange for our safety, the Gregorian Church demanded we renounce our faith and branded us heretics when we could not.
To be exterminated, as a lesson to others.
And so was it chronicled in the imperial histories, for anything less would have made the church seem weak. Yet
I'll do what I can along the way, but I probably won't do everything.
Fled north and west, and in doing so discovered two things that would forever shape our fates. The first was an old legend revealing how to make your very own Mother Crystal.
I've heard that one before.
Yes, yet it gave them new hope, however false. Our ancestors convinced themselves that they could recreate the divine if they could only find a strong enough heart. A living being capable of channeling torrents of ether. And the
Okay, but it sounds like there's a good amount to do at least, so no need to worry about finishing the game, making too much progress, only for the next time to be really short. That's good to know.
Of a creature's ether. They meant to enrage his icon. Leviathan would have destroyed everything, had our people not made their second important discovery. A means to stop time itself?
Which explains the puddles.
The Northerners had no
Or
such
the
magics, or they would
stilled
have used
water stuff.
When our ancestors first arrived, the land was uninhabited, save for an old witch who lived on the highest peak. Her body had been consumed by the curse.
DMC Bloody Palace? I'd be down to check it out then, if anything.
So desperate were they to prevent the fall of Drake's Eye, they'd forced her to devise a spell to stop time.
But Drake's Eye did fall.
It did. When she finally perfected the necessary magics, it was already too late. As punishment for her failure, the Thanes exiled her to this forsaken place to live out the few days she had left. Knowing her suffering, our ancestors cared for her as best they could, and in return, she gifted them her spell. That even though she should die, her legacy might live on. So armed with both the knowledge of the ancients and the secrets of time, our ancestors settled upon an ambitious plan. They would create a new Mother Crystal and enchant it that it might endure for all eternity. Thus would our people's wandering, our suffering, finally end, and prosperity visit us once more. And all it would require was the sacrifice of a single child. A small price to pay.
The baby.
Or so they believed.
Poor baby.
Another victim of man's blind reliance on the Mother Crystals.
Poor shame.
So we know the seal source. How do we break it and restore the flow of time?
Do you recall the Dome of Light on top of the cliffs to the west? Inside lie the ruins of an old temple. It was there that the witch built the Vare, a conduit of sorts that channels her remaining ether into the Surge. but it's been a long time since anyone set foot in the place. And now, there are others who claim it as their own.
Then we shall go prepared for a fight. That said, it may be best if one of us stays behind.
You think the village could be in danger?
We saw the ether flow from Wallius in all directions, but only encountered a single familiar. There will be more. And should even one make its way here, I doubt the walls could hold it back for long.
Then I shall stay. The Phoenix will see your people safe, tributary.
You have my thanks.
Very well. We should depart at once. I fear time may no longer be a luxury we can afford.
Okay.
The Vair is not easy to find. We must first head north, and then west, deeper into the forest.
Meanwhile, I do see a couple side quests, which I'll at least start on and see what I can do. First, gonna save though. Anyway, so been an hour since my last break, so I'll take another one as well. So 1 second. Gonna play some ads. So once again, if you're not a sub, don't worry. You're not missing out on anything, just a BRB screen with chill music. But if you are a sub, you're just gonna see the BRB screen with chill music. But regardless, I'll be right back. more side quests, so this is gonna be our time to chill for a bit before we go to the main story, basically. I guess there are a few things I did want to talk about. I didn't really get to talk about that did transpire over the week. So, well, Street Fighter 6 Season 2 is finally here. But it's pretty much what I've been grinding since it released. Akuma, new balance changes. I just have to prepare for in general.
Just try to breathe. That's it.
Is everything all right?
What's going on here?
I'm Fanit, healer by trade. And this is Talor, one of my patients. He took ill not long after you arrived.
Nothing too serious, I hope.
I hope so too, but...
But?
This affliction, it's like nothing I've ever seen before. He complains of feeling chilled to the bone, but there's no fever to go with it. And my most powerful antalgic hasn't done a thing to ease the pain in his chest. I'm starting to wonder if his condition might require a different kind of treatment altogether.
Probably.
Sheila said that you were here to help us. You couldn't help me, could you?
I'd be happy
we will
to,
try.
if I can.
You can, don't worry. All I need you to do is speak to Talor's son, Pavat, over at the forge, and ask if he knows what his father was up to before he came down sick. Something must have caused this, and I want to find out what. The trouble is, Talor's too weak to speak, and I can't leave his side for long. So while you talk to Pavat, I'll pay his wife word a quick visit, just in case she knows anything.
All right.
Anyways, I did go to a local yesterday, which is basically what you might be more familiar with as a weekly tournament. I usually don't go to locals, not that I have anything against them or anything. It's just more so the fact that most of the locals for Street Fighter 6 near my state or in SoCal, they're a little too far for me to go to on a weekly basis. Not to mention, I'm usually doing other things around the time, so I never went. This one's gonna be more of an exception of whenever I feel like going to. But
I never should have let him go alone.
But this one in particular, I did choose to go to because it's actually legit 5 minutes away from where I live. 5 to 7-ish minutes.
Hail, stranger.
Which is basically down the streets. Okay, so it was with them. And I got second place at the local. It was a local I was planning to go to last week, but since it got cancelled last week because the TO couldn't make it, I just went to the gym instead. So this time around, I did skip the gym to go to the local, and it's pretty cool. It's nice, small, but cool local that I'm definitely going to take advantage of when I can.
Oh, do you need something?
For good practice and all that.
I do, though not from the forge. Fanit
They make
asked me to speak
$45
with you.
off it.
She's looking
Which,
into the
not too
cause
bad,
of your
honestly.
father's illness
All
and
things considered.
wondered if you could shed any light on the matter.
I see. Sorry. She shouldn't have dragged you into this.
It's no trouble, really. Tell me, did your father do anything out of the ordinary before he fell ill?
Not that I know of. But then I hardly see him. He's always out and about, like. Well, at least he was. Suppose he might have been a bit more fidgety than usual, but apart from that...
When you say out and about, where does he usually go?
Just round the village. Wanders over to Blazia's place most days. He's a fisher who lives on the other side of the fount. They're all
Fisher,
friends.
huh?
Maybe he knows something I don't.
Maybe. I'll go and speak with him.
Oh, here we go.
Sign of the child.
Yeah, but that also just basically means more Street Fighter 6 grinding for me in general. Which, that's also what I've been doing during the week, when I haven't been streaming. It'll probably be the same case for a good while.
Stranger?
That's like whenever I feel like streaming.
Your name is Blazir, is it not? Pavad tells me you're a friend of his father's, and that the two of you may have spent some time together prior to his illness.
His illness? Talor's never been ill a day in his life. I don't know why he'd start now.
Oh, Fanny doesn't know either. It was she who asked me to look into his recent behavior on the off chance it might explain how his condition arose.
Oh, I suppose there was something that struck me as a bit odd. He kept asking about the woods. Did you see anything strange on your way back from the shore? Are you certain? Do you swear? That kind of thing. I didn't, of course. But he wouldn't let it go. It was like he was expecting something to happen. It was just a matter of when. Not that I know what. But he never told me anyway.
Well, that certainly does sound unusual. And it might just be what Fanet is looking for. Thank you.
Don't mention it. Oh, and when you say Talor, wish him the best from me, yeah?
Let's see what the healer makes of this.
Let's see. Oh yeah, and then for the record, probably no streams this. Well, I'll probably will shoot be back Monday, but definitely no stream Sunday.
Let me go.
Probably no stream tomorrow either. Probably, but definitely no
Spoke with word, but
on
she couldn't
Sunday.
Tell me anything. Did you have any better luck?
Nothing conclusive. But there was one thing. Blazir, the fisherman, told me that Talor had taken a sudden interest in the forest of late. He kept asking him if he'd seen anything unusual there on his way back from the coast, but never let on what exactly he was expecting him to have seen.
The forest between here and the coast. Surely not. But then...
But then...
I can't say for sure. But I think Talor's illness might have some connection to the Tomberries. You may have encountered them during your time
No.
here.
Them.
Small, scaly beastmen.
And you think they may have caused Talor's illness?
I do. At least in a way. And if I'm right, it's no wonder the treatments I've been trying didn't work. Oh, I know it's a lot to ask, but would you go down into Father's Fell for me? There's an altar there. And if my fears are true, an offering upon it.
What is going on here?
Please. I'll explain everything when you return, but time flows fast. I beg you, make haste for Father's Fell and take the offering from the altar. Talor's life may depend on it.
Very well.
What will we see here? Pog, you already know why. I've said it plenty of times. Street Fighter 6 is basically the key to it.
Bastard things.
You already know that, though.
Oh, I never should have let him go alone.
You already know that. Yes, another monthly. AKA the whole reason why I'm not streaming as much this year in the first place. Like I said, I'm prioritizing competing in Street Fighter 6 over streaming this year.
Before we turned east at the shipwrecks to reach the coast.
Which honestly has
Now
been
we
a lot
must head
very
in the
nice
opposite direction.
Left it is then.
to grind and try to get good in Street Fighter 6. But you wouldn't know that since you don't compete anymore.
About beastmen is that they love to hide in the dark.
Anyways, the Tonberries.
What are they up to? Some sort of ritual. Sorry to disturb you.
Let's see what this does. Let's slow this up again. But it's fine though, because that's pretty much why I decided to start the 16 DLC, because I didn't want to play anything too committal. Which, granted, I feel like I'm going to be playing a bunch of shorter games for a good bit until something else releases that I'm excited for. Which really won't be till August with Gundam Breaker 4.
Let's see what's on this altar then.
Anyways, what's over here?
A silver chain. I doubt the Tombries made it. This must be what Fennec was talking about.
God bless this quality of life feature to go back to the quest giver ASAP.
You're back. Well, did you find anything?
Here you go.
I did. This silver chain.
I knew it.
Well, I'm still none the wiser.
Forgive me. This chain. It's a Gregorian Maternoster.
Worn by men of the faith. What's it doing here? And why would the Tombries be praying to it?
To understand that, you need to understand what the Tombries are. They feed on hatred and suffering. And some say that if you render them an offering, some token of grievance against your fellow man, they will put a curse upon him.
So you think someone's put a Tombry curse on Talor?
I can't say for sure. Truth be told, I always assumed it was an old wives' tale. But given his fear of the forest and the presence of the chain on the altar, I don't know what else to think.
Does Talor have any enemies in the village? Anyone who would nurse such a grudge?
No, I believe the one who left the chain at the altar was Talor himself.
I beg your pardon?
But there's more to the tale, you see. It's said that if you attempt to curse a soul that has returned to the sea already, your Aya has nowhere to go but back to its source.
You're saying he cursed himself?
In trying to curse another, aye.
When my father was younger, he was one of the few permitted to venture beyond the wall on trading expeditions. He told us that when he journeyed to Sanbreque, he'd wear that chain to disguise his true beliefs, lest Griega's faithful turn their cudgels on him.
Did they ever catch him in his deception? Might that explain the ill will he bears someone?
Not that he ever told me.
Come now, let's not waste time speculating about Talor's past. We need to focus on the present.
If
and
it's
that
another
means finding a
monthly
way
and it
to
has been a
break
month
the
since your last
curse.
monthly, that's not a month. Puck, you know there are different organizers
there's
that
anything I can do to
organize
help,
these monthlies,
let me
right?
know.
They're by
Thank you.
different groups,
I shall.
which
Aye,
only
and
one
thanks for
of them
going
I
all
know
this
actually
trouble.
does host weeklies
Here,
on
it's not
Fridays.
much,
But I don't
I
go
want
to
you to
them
have this.
because I'm usually tired
We
from
call
work
it an adder
to the
stone.
point where
It's a
I'd rather just
gatherer's
be at
charm.
home relaxing
Reacts to
personally.
certain rare minerals we use in
They're by
crafting.
different
Makes them
groups.
ring
It's
out
not
like a bell.
all
Stuff
under
you'd
the
have
same
no chance of
people.
spotting otherwise.
They just
If
happen
you
to have
find
their own
anything,
stuff,
see that you bring
which,
it back to me. I can
regardless,
make you some decent gear with it.
it's fun
If you're
playing offline
interested, like.
with
I
people
am,
you know.
thank you. And I'll be sure to pay you a visit. Until then,
Which
I
is
wish your
why
father a swift
I'm going to
recovery.
the month. I chose to go to the monthlies to support them. Those offline is always a nice experience. Serpent ring recipes unlocked. But yes, support your locals if you can. I see. I see. But yes, they're different groups basically, Pock, that happen to be hosting weekend events. One I went to because I thought this upcoming monthly wasn't going to be happening this month. So I went to the one in Irvine 2 weekends ago and got 5th place, aka top 6. And then the one I went to last weekend, I didn't even hear about it till just a week beforehand. But one person mentioned it on their stream, and I saw a few people retweet it, so I decided to check it out. And I know most of the people I know are going, so I was like, I might as well go check this out too, because it was their first one.
May I speak with you a moment?
And then I learned earlier this week that this monthly thought wasn't happening this week is happening this week. That isn't happening this month is happening this month.
There is a matter with which I would beg
So yeah.
your aid.
Of course, what is it?
It's fine. Get Sensei or Zell to stream or something like that, and you'll be fine.
I think we might have company. I was passing by the low gate when I saw a figure moving among the trees up on the cloak. At first, I thought it must have been you or your brother, so I didn't say anything, but the more I think about it, the more certain I am that the figure...
I do have a weekly that I could go to on Thursdays if I want to. Keyword if.
I think it was someone from outside the wall.
So I wouldn't be streaming on Thursdays anymore at that point if I did.
Of course, it could just be my imagination playing tricks on me. I only caught a fleeting glimpse, and it might have been you or your brother. But if it is who I think it is, we cannot allow him to leave now that he knows we're here. Would you go and see? He won't try to hurt you, believe me. Given what lurks in the forest, the only one likely to get hurt is him.
Very well.
Listen, regardless,
Whether
Pock,
the man you saw is who you
grinding
believe him
Street
to be
Fighter
or
6
not,
is
we
taking
need to know.
priority in general for me.
May yet be someone else entirely. Someone who means your people or my people harm.
Perhaps.
That's just how it's gonna be for a bit.
Just promise me that if you do find someone up there...
Don't worry. I won't draw my sword unless I need to.
Thank you.
Ymilla, this man you saw, might he be the customer you told me of?
I fear so.
The customer?
Customer?
I'll explain later. Come on.
You should go to some yourself though, Pock. They're fun. But that would mean you would need to learn a new fighting game. What you should do anyways, like Tekken 8. Even though I'm going to the ones for Street Fighter, they are fun to play games offline.
If we pick too many of
And don't worry, they don't start late like Wednesday Night Fights. Generally speaking. Because otherwise, and nobody supports the locals, and they end up stopping, and then we have no more offline events to go to.
A bottle. Breath of the Arbor. Perfume from Sambrag. Looks expensive too. Who's there? Stop!
Hmm. Who is it? What did you get yourself into?
I'm coming!
Don't eat me! I'll give you gut rot, I swear!
Stand back. I'll handle this.
Don't stop!
Nice. Different monthlies. Okay. Hey, you should go to one yourself, Bach. They are fun.
Are you all right?
I'm more than all right. I'm saved! Oh, I could kiss you!
I'm good.
Maybe you should introduce yourself first.
Hervey! I knew it was you. What are you doing here?
I came to see you. Oh, my little canary, it's been so long.
Thank you for saving him and sparing him.
Who is he?
Hervey, one of many clients from my employment beyond the wall.
One of many clients? We spoke every night of our plans together. Whispered songs of love into each other's ears. And then you upped and vanished without so much as a word.
I left you a note, didn't I? I told you I was sorry, but that we could never be together. That I could never abandon my family. And I told you not to look for me. How did you even find this place, anyway?
Dang.
The flame of your love was as a beacon in the night that guided me to you.
Hervey.
I was walking by the coast near Northreach when I saw a lady who looked like you. Eyes like the ocean. Hair like the driven snow. The next moment, she and her companions were jumping in a skiff and sailing out towards the wave. So I, borrowed the nearest boat and started rowing.
It must have been Shula bringing us here. So what? You rowed, found and knows how many leagues
Sleep,
across the
have a
bay,
good stream.
simply because you saw a woman with white hair.
And as I did, the sky
Okay, all good, Bach. I just stop by while you can. Hope you have a good night, and I'll see you next time, whenever that is. But till then, have a good one, Bach. And take care.
was when I knew for certain
And also, you
that
should get
my
Tekken 8.
little canary was close.
Oh, why did you come? You should have forgotten me, as I tried to forget you. I cannot leave my people, Hervé. And now that you know about this place, neither can you. We must return to Haven and accept my family's judgment.
I'm to meet your family. Oh, my little canary.
Anyway, he still doesn't understand.
Please, come and see me later. You did as I asked, and you must be rewarded for it. But first, follow me, Hervé.
To the end of the world and beyond.
Or to your death.
He should never have found this place. How could I be so careless?
Forgive me.
So?
There's nothing to forgive. You two met at the Vale, I take it.
When I worked there, yes. To earn the coin that my people need to survive. Though Mysidia is our sanctuary, there are certain necessities that it cannot provide. And for that reason, some of us seek employment beyond the wall. Yet few are the opportunities for followers of a strange faith in a strange land.
And so you supported your family as best you could.
I did. And I have never regretted it for a moment. I found a second family in the Vale. And in the Dame, a second mother. I also found Hervé. But our love could never be. I knew that if I revealed my secret to him, I would be putting my people in danger. But that if I did not, I would be living a lie, unable to return home.
What will happen to him now?
Since our people settled in Mysidia, uninvited visitors have been few and far between, but not unknown. Explorers, survivors of shipwrecks, none lasted long.
I see.
That was before my time, you understand? I've never had to make a decision like this before. Ymila, know that I do not blame you for any of this. It was me who decided to make the trip to shore. Me who exposed our secret. This was my mistake, and I shall bear the responsibility.
Thank you, tributary. I only beg you to remember that Hervé means us no ill will. He's just a fool. A fool who loves me.
I will take that into consideration. But yours is not the only voice I must listen to. The whole family must be consulted. And it may take time for me to arrive at my decision. I hope you understand.
Of course, tributary. However long it takes. Come what may, I thank you, my lord, for bringing us back together.
Hopefully we got through the quest. I'm curious to see what happens after, but another time. Another time. Okay. So, 2 more quests currently available before I do the main story. 2 more, I believe.
things. Go the fifth way. Oh, I never should have let him go alone.
I'll talk to him a bit. I think. Oh,
Hail,
Chocobos
stranger.
all need this.
Are you a rider by any chance?
I am. What gave me away?
Oh, I can smell it on you. The scent of the stables. And not just any stables. Something tells me you've never been one to ride half-starved birds with chine gall and wet beak. If I had a guess, I'd say your bird eats only the finest greens and has her feathers groomed twice a day with a curl hairbrush.
Nothing but the best for my Ambrosia.
Ambrosia, eh? Pretty name. What's she like?
Well, she's tall and strong. And her feathers are as white as snow.
You're joking. You've got a white chocobo.
I have, yes. I suppose they are rather rare.
This I've got to see. Can you bring her here?
I would if I
They
could,
could.
but I doubt Shula's skiff could hold her.
Me dad's got a boat. And he's ferried chocobos before. You could get him to bring her. It'd be perfect timing and all. He's preparing for a trip beyond the wall as we speak. I'm sure he'd help you if you asked.
He would. Well, I don't suppose it would hurt to have Ambrosia around. All right then. Where could I find your father?
He'll be in the storehouse on the other side of the brook. Tell him Manda sent you.
Oh, another quest to do. I feel like at this pace, probably would be like the side quests and one more story quest or two before for the night. That's probably what I'm gonna be doing for the most part. Probably.
You one of the outsiders, then?
I am. Shula invited me. Are you Manda's father?
I am. Got you running errands for her already, has she?
She's asked to see my chocobo, but I'd need your help and your boat to bring her here.
Or you could just say no. Honestly, that girl and her birds, she'll be growing feathers soon enough.
Well, truth be told, I didn't take the idea seriously at first. But thinking about it, it would make it easier to get around if I had Ambrosia here. Can you help?
Well, if you're sure that's what you want. The tributary says where to treat you lot as we would each other. So, if you need me to ferry your bird over, then that's what I'll do. Still, they don't take the water easily. I'll need you to bring us a mimic gourd or two to keep her calm on the journey over.
And where would I find one of those?
Oh, don't ask me. It's been years since I last brought a chocobo across the bay, and I'm told the world's changed a fair bit since then. Where do you usually get your stable supplies from?
Well, the man who made Ambrosia's tack lived in Martha's Rest, and if I remember correctly, he traded in chocobo feed too. So I suppose I'll go and ask him.
I'll be sailing over to Northreach soon to pick up some supplies. While I do that, you collect your bird and your gourd, and then meet me by the shore. Just don't take too long, all right?
Mm-hmm. Okay. I'll go outside of the world. To this area again. Hello.
I remember you. You're the one who saved Whiteheart. How's the old girl doing?
She's very well. Thank you.
Oh, don't thank me. You're the one who saved her. Anyway, what brings you to the rest today?
I was hoping to purchase a Mimit gourd. And I thought you might be able to tell me where I could find one.
Oh, reckon I could do better than that. Just so happens, I've got a whole carload of the blasted things, not a buyer in sight.
Really?
Aye, you'd be doing me a favor taking a few off my hands before they turn to mush. But just be on the lookout for wild birds, eh? Don't want them chasing after you like they did me.
I will. And thank you.
Oh, you're very welcome. Any friend of Whiteheart is a friend of mine. And in times like these, friends have got to stick together.
We certainly do. Northreach, then. Wouldn't want to keep Mander's father waiting.
Okay. Back here. Back to here.
And how might I help the garrison today?
Oh yeah, I guess I didn't talk about anime-wise, but... So I haven't really started on anything new lately. I'm sort of just waiting for everything to be further along to start on some stuff, like the regular Magic High School, Kaiju 8, and others. But I did decide to start rewatching Demon Slayer dubbed, just so I can be familiar with it dubbed and all that. And, well, no, I've been... Demon Slayer didn't have a slow start like I thought I remembered it did. Which is a good thing, honestly. Because I actually really enjoy it. It may be not overrated, but I still enjoy Demon Slayer for what it is overall.
Ah, there you are.
Personally.
And this must be Ambrosia, was it? Oh, she's a real beauty, isn't she?
I have the Mimic gourd too. Here.
I do plan to keep finishing it. Well, I'll probably skip a few episodes that I've already seen dubbed, but yeah.
Thank you kindly. Soon as she's gobbled this up, we'll set sail.
We're going to take a little trip across the bay now, Ambrosia. Don't worry. You'll be all right. Well, we made it.
You didn't all? She is as white as snow.
You're beautiful, aren't you, girl?
Brave, too. She was calm as you like on the journey over. The Mimic gourd will have played its part, of course, but passing through the walls enough to spook most birds even then. Not this one, though.
Ambrosia's been through a lot. I doubt there's much that could unnerve her now.
Not with a beloved master by her side.
No. It's you who looks after me, isn't it, girl?
Anyway, thanks for bringing her here. I hope I can breed a bird like her someday.
And if you and Ambrosia need ferrying back to Northreach, you only need say the word.
Okay.
Thank you.
Sounds
I
good.
think we might explore Mysidia together. What do you say, Ambrosia?
Well, it'll be easier having Ambrosia around here. And it's a beneficial one as well. Can I summon Ambrosia and Mysidia? Good to know. Good to know. Definitely will help with traveling.
I never should have let him go alone. Ty, take me. What am I gonna do? You've got to help me.
What can I do?
Said you were a force to be reckoned with. Are you?
Why do you ask?
Hey? Oh, sorry. I should explain. My name's Kitav. I'm worried about a friend of mine. He went into the forest and he hasn't come back. Would you help me find him?
Sure.
I can try. Tell me what I need to know.
Of course. You know about the glamour our ancestors cast to keep this place hidden, right?
Shula told us about it, yes.
Right. So you know the cairns we use to maintain the spell? Well, it's me and my friend's job to maintain them. If it weren't for the likes of us, it would have faded years ago.
So your friend went into the forest to visit one of these cairns?
Aye, that's right. He said he was going down to Father's Fell. There are 2 cairns out that way, one by the banks of the Swift Run, and another near the Winged Wains, the, ships in the forest.
All right. How will I know this friend of yours?
His name's Nassef. He's about my height, but clean-shaven. If you could track him down and see that he's come to no harm, I'd be much obliged. I'll search the village, just in case anyone's seen him, and meet you back here.
Very well.
Okay. Yeah, I'll probably just do this and one main story quest.
One cairn by the ships, another by the river.
Before I call it a stream. That's probably how I'm gonna go about this game.
And once everyone left me in
Ah, so much easier.
Straight home now.
There you go. What is this?
This is the mineral Pavar was talking about. The one that rings out like a bell.
Okay, so for something else later. Oh, what's this?
Well, here's the cairn. But no sign of Nassef. To the riverbank, then.
Let's hope he's there.
Who have we here?
There we go.
I'm looking for a man named Nassef.
Aye, I know him. Takes care of the cans. Wait, you didn't think I was him, did you? Sorry, mate, I'm just out to gym myself a few ibexes. What do you want with the lad, anyway?
His friend, Katav, asked me to look for him. Apparently he ventured out to work on one of these cairns and didn't return.
Well, that is a worry.
You're a hunter, yes? You must know the woods as well as anyone. Can you think where he might have gone?
There's a bridge further down the path. Blasted thing got washed away a few moons back. Our carpenter only recently had time to rebuild it. But if I remember rightly, there is another cairn on the far side. Maybe decide to visit that one while he was here.
Maybe. It's worth a look, certainly. Thank you.
Don't mention it. I'll keep an eye out too. Perhaps he just got delayed or something.
Let's hope so.
Let's hope.
Let's go.
Anyways, actually, I did think about
Ready, go?
finishing the side quest and doing one more main story mission tonight, but I might say this rest the next main story quest for the next time, if anything. I feel like that's what I would rather do, honestly.
Stay away, damn you! Hold on!
Ouch. Ouch.
That's better.
Ouch.
I needed that.
Ouch. Let's go for this. There we go. Might as well build this up. Might as well. There we go.
Oh, thank you.
I'm the tributary's guest. And you must be Nasef.
I am, but
How do you know that?
Your friend
Father
Katav
sent
asked me
us
to look
our
for you
friend.
if you didn't return.
I'm sorry. I was so focused on attuning the cairn, I didn't see those creatures coming till it was too late.
How exactly do they work?
Oh, there are crystals inside. They're what keeps the glamour going. Should the ether cease to flow through too many of them, our shroud would quickly unravel. It's my job to make sure that doesn't happen.
And an important job it is. But you'll struggle to do it if you're dead. You need to take more care.
Yeah, no arguments there. The truth is, me and Katav usually work together, watching each other's backs like. But when we heard outsiders were coming, we split up to get the job done faster, so things would be perfect for your arrival. Stupid, I know.
So you found him then?
Not before the local fauna did. My arrival seemed to put them off their dinner.
Mustn't have been hungry after all. Expect you'll be wanting someone to escort you back to the village then, Nasef. Woods are full of nasties today.
When you're next in Haven, be sure to come and see us. You saved my
Of
life.
course.
It's only right I repair you.
If you insist. Take care now.
Oh, time to return. Yeah, I think I'll just call it here, all things considered.
I'd lost you. But you saw to it that I was found.
Or I'll continue for a little bit.
Nasef told me everything. If you hadn't got there when you did.
Oh, it doesn't bear thinking about.
All that matters that you're safe. Far be it from me to tell you how to do your jobs, but don't go alone again.
Or if we have to, maybe we should think about casting the glamour on ourselves to keep the wildlife from spotting us. It'd take its toll, of course, but it'd beat letting the cairns fall and having to weave the entire spell from scratch. Imagine if we had to do that.
I'd rather not. Would only succeed in adding 2 new piles of stone to the collection.
Your bearers?
That we are, thank the tides. The others can't attune to the crystals in the cairns the same way we can. Reckon this place would be doomed without us.
So, you do this work for the good of your people? Not because...
We're forced to. No. From what I've heard of the way things work on the outside, we were truly blessed that our reign fell here in Mysidia. Our people are few enough as it is.
Here.
If we started turning on each other, kin against kin, over nothing but a stupid accident of birth, our days would be numbered.
True.
Anyway, all's well that ends well, eh? Thanks to you, both of us lived to keep this place hidden another day.
Of course. Of course. Okay, now I just have the main story to do, which honestly...
Bastard things.
On one hand, I wouldn't mind continuing, but on the other hand... maybe I should just chill for the rest of the night. This is one of those scenarios where I don't want to force myself to continue.
Hey, we can use that.
Oh wait, I did not mean to sell.
Well, if you're sure you need it.
Okay, good thing it's just the regular potions. And yeah, honestly, as much as I would like to continue, I think this is a good time to call it. Which, don't get me wrong, it's not like I'm not enjoying the game or anything. I just want to do some other things is all. And chill for the night. And also be on the Street Fighter 6 grind in general. So I'm pretty much gonna be doing that in a bit. But yeah. Anyway, that'll be it for me for tonight. Like I said, no stream Sunday for sure. Probably no stream tomorrow either, because I'm gonna be focusing more on Street Fighter 6, more or less. But we'll see. Anyways, I'll throw it right over to Mina, since I don't think I've rated her in a while. Currently, she's playing through the new Paper Mario game, or Paper Mario remake and all that. So yeah. But anyways, regardless, for everyone to stop by, thank you for watching, and I'll see y'all next time, which will probably be Monday. But anyways, take care everyone, have a good night, and well, if I'm not back by Monday, I'll see you. Hope you all have a good weekend. But yeah, take care everyone, and have a good night.